Hello there. I'm Regal Noy. I'm from Newtown Square, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In today's video, I'm going to talk about why climate change caused two different significantly memorable winter storms that occurred in February 2021 and January 2025. In February 2021, the state of Texas endured a major ice storm. Since Texas's climate is such that the summers are warm, but the winters are mild, snow is often unheard of there, as well as ice. Obviously, no one in Texas was prepared to deal with that weather phenomenon. Almost 4 years later, in January 2025, Winter Storm Blair swept across the United States. In its wake, lots of snow was dumped across several states. Furthermore, gusty winds are now sweeping across the country, bringing wind chills along and keeping temperatures well below freezing for the foreseeable future. According to the Great Texas Freeze, February 11th through 20th, 2021, News National Centers for Environmental Information, also known as NCEI, on February 11th through 20th, 2021, a historical winter event occurred that set many records, including being the first billion-dollar weather disaster of that year. A deep freeze impacted parts of the continental United States, also known as CONUS, remarkably engulfing the entire state of Texas. Every county in the state, as far south as the Rio Grande River and northeastern Mexico, was placed under a winter storm warning, with many experiencing wind chill values below zero. It was the coldest winter storm for Texas since December 1989. It is further mentioned in the article that, at the peak of the outage, nearly 10 million people were in the dark, lacking warmth and the ability to cook food. Freezing precipitation developed throughout the state on February 15th, creating thin layers of imperceptible ice on roadways. Cars slid off of freeways and streets, resulting in accidents, including a pileup of over 100 vehicles on I-35 West in Fort Worth, leaving several fatalities in its wake. Due to the impassable roads and statewide blackout, there were also shortages at grocery stores. Tragically, the Texas Department of State Health Services reported the death toll at over 200 lives, the National Centers for Environmental Information said. Less than 4 years later, in January 2025, Winter Storm Blair swept across the United States. During the storm, 27 states were impacted over a 2,100-mile swath. According to Winter, storm slams 27 states as heavy snow, crippling ice create travel chaos, power outages. At least 7 deaths are being attributed to the storm, including 2 in Missouri, 4 in Kansas, and 1 in Illinois. Winter storm related power outages jumped on Monday as the storm's impacts continued across the mid-Atlantic and into the Northeast. According to Winter Storm, death toll continues to rise after cities from Midwest to Mid-Atlantic get slammed with snow, ice. Fox Weather also said that as of Tuesday morning, PowerOutage.us reported more than 167,000 outages across portions of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Virginia. This meant that the Midwestern and Mid-Atlantic states were hit hard during Winter Storm Blair. Today we learned that undoubtedly there was a connection between the Texas winter storm of 2021 and climate change. The cold temperatures froze everything, while heavy snowfall hit this sunny state, which wasn't usual. Scientists think that this may be linked to broader climate change. For example, warmer temperatures in the Arctic can cause changes that make cold air come into regions like Texas. While scientists are still working to understand the connection between climate change and severe weather conditions, one thing is sure. There is indeed a connection between those two, according to Climate Change and Texas Winter Storm, Understanding the Growing Challenges, Rhythm Energy blog. We also learned that Winter Storm Blair is the result of what's known as an Arctic outbreak, which is itself a creature of the polar vortex, according to What to Know About U.S. Winter Storm Blair Time. Hopefully, this can inspire people to adopt more sustainable lifestyles to limit climate change and be more prepared for future weather phenomena similar to these ones to keep themselves and one another safe. Well, that's all I have for today, and I'll see you next time.